This is an update to a case from 2019, which illustrates the lengths the police will go to close ranks and protect one of their own. It all began with a video uploaded to social media by Jeremy Bailey, the driver in this video, who confronts Hampshire police officer PC Terry Cook about his shady past.
Jeremy, that was the police officer, is the one that you tucked out of my house when I was 15 and he had sex with me.
This one here?
No, the other one that was calling your mate, Terry Cook.
Really? Let's ask him.
He was 22, working at Radio Rentals.
Have you been advised about the number plate?
Is it PC Cook?
Have you been advised?
Is it PC Cook? Is that
Have
who
you
are?
been advised?
I'm just asking you to identify yourself.
My collar number's on my shoulder.
Yeah, but are you PC Cook?
It doesn't matter what my name is.
Do you know this lady here?
Hello.
Hi.
A long time ago, yes.
Do you remember me throwing you out of our house because she was underage and you were having sex with
No,
her?
I don't remember that.
Don't you?
No.
You should do.
No.
Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Where do you remember him from?
Oh, when I was 15.
15.
Have you been spoken
People
about
like you make me sick.
Have you or not?
You're
Can you
a
answer my
nonce.
question or not?
You're a nonce.
Can you answer my
You're
question?
a nonce.
Or-
Yeah, so what are you waiting for him for? He's a bit too old for you, isn't he? You like the younger ones. Look at that nonce.
Keep making abusive comments, mate. There will be some.
Don't keep calling me
Right,
mate.
go away now.
Don't
Come
call me
away
mate.
from you 'cause
Listen,
you didn't want to talk.
me and you, I'm not friends.
Right,
Don't
okay.
ever call me
Right,
mate.
walk away
We
from
can
me,
never
like
be friends.
you were saying to me just now.
We can never be
I've
friends. Do
come
you know
back
why we can
here
never be
to try and
friends?
abuse the
It's not because you're a policeman. It's not because you're a policeman. It's because you're a nonce.
Say what you like.
It's because you're a nonce. You're a dirty, stinking nonce.
You don't know anything. You've never
You were,
thrown me out
she
of
was
anywhere.
15 years old. Don't keep calling me mate. Me and you aren't mates. That's where you belong, behind the shutters, you little beast. Absolute liberty. Look here, little nonce. Terry Cook, the nonce. Terry Cook, the nonce. Yes. Clock him, everybody. Terry Cook is a nonce. What am I achieving? Your colleague is the nonce. I threw him out of a girl's house when she was 15 years old. He was 22, having sex with her. Do you know what? The girl's there in the car. She's a big woman now, up into her late 30s. That's why he doesn't like it, because he's a nonce.
If the allegations were true, then the officer was guilty of statutory rape. I emailed Hampshire Police soon after I saw the video, as I'm sure a number of people did, to be told it was being investigated by the Professional Standards Department. However, Hampshire Police allowed PC Terry Cook to continue unabated, sexually harassing vulnerable women that he came into contact with while continuing to serve as a police officer. It wasn't until April 2021 that it was finally brought before a misconduct hearing that was held in secret. Cook's defence was that he was not aware that exploiting confidential police information to contact vulnerable women for a sexual purpose was forbidden, to which the panel remarked, "We unhesitatingly reject the officer's pleas of ignorance or lack of understanding. The officer's culpability is high and obvious. His conduct was intentional, deliberate, targeted and planned." He was sacked without notice and added to the police barred list, in secret, which is the general theme of this story, because Cook requested the hearing to be held in private, which the chair of the panel, Barrister William Hanson, automatically granted without first notifying the IOPC, as he was legally obliged to do. This prevented the case from being reported by any of the media outlets, thereby sparing Cook the remnants of his pathetic reputation. Then along came the Basingstoke Gazette. They heard that the proceedings had been conducted in secret and they requested a copy of the findings. However, they were blockaded by solicitors Penningtons, Manches, Cooper, the attack dogs of the Police Federation and who represented PC Terry Cook. Penningtons told the Basingstoke Gazette, under Cook's instructions, that the misconduct panel had made an anonymity order forbidding Cook's name from being mentioned. When the Gazette requested a copy of the order, the solicitor refused to provide it. As a result, the Gazette launched a judicial review to overturn this decision, but once court papers were filed, the solicitors grudgingly confessed that no such reporting restrictions were in place, and then they claimed it had all been a misunderstanding. However, the Gazette had already incurred significant legal costs challenging this misunderstanding. Rather than swallow those losses, they persisted with the application. Only this time, they asked the High Court to stick all those costs onto PC Terry Cook for lying about the order in the first place. Once again, Cook pleaded ignorance. He blamed everyone but himself for the mistake. He also made another anonymity application, this time to the High Court, insisting that the costs hearing should be conducted under absolute secrecy just in case his sexual harassment crimes were made public. Because if that happened, Cook opined, I might kill myself. Fortunately, the court saw his threats for what they were. A lazy defence commonly used by criminal cops to prevent their crimes from being reported. They granted the Gazette's application and Terry Cook found himself stuck with a £20,000 legal cost bill. Or, more likely, the Police Federation, who bankrolled Cook's defence. Unsurprisingly, no charges were laid against Cook for perjury, nor was he prosecuted for the crimes that had him sacked from the police in the first place. Barrister William Hanson, who conducted the illicit private misconduct hearing, suffered no sanctions from the Bar Standards Board. The solicitors who furthered Cook's lies were never investigated by the Law Society, and neither the IOPC or the Hampshire Police and Crime Commissioner suffered any rebuke for their part in the cover-up. The only person who suffered any criminal investigation out of all of this was, yep, you probably guessed it, Jeremy Bailey, the man who posted the video of Terry Cook in the first place. Cook whined that Bailey's postings had been threatening and Hampshire police came running. They even installed a panic alarm inside Cook's home, just in case he felt he wasn't being coddled enough by the army of back-covering police officers, barristers, solicitors, Federation representatives and IOPC chiefs that were all at his beck and call. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no, because once the court case was over, Cook was in the news again. Far from killing himself, he got back to doing what he loves best, sexually harassing vulnerable women. In September of 2024, he found himself back in court, this time to be handed a restraining order for a persistent 5-month campaign of sexual harassment conducted against his own lodger, 29-year-old Lynn Erickson. When she lived at the property, Cook would badger the poor woman, message her and demand sexual favours of her, one of which was to invite her to have a shower with him, no doubt to help remove the 6-inch crud of sleaze that the man is coated in. In mitigation, his solicitor, Martin Kessler, said that Cook was a former police officer of good character. Yeah, he actually used the words good character. He has learned his lesson, and the chances of this happening again are very slim indeed, he said. Despite all this, Cook walked away from the magistrate's court relatively scot-free with a 12-month community order.
It's because you're a nonce. You're a dirty, stinking nonce.
The case of PC Terry Cook raises serious concerns about the police's handling of misconduct hearings. Unlike other professions, such as medicine or law, police hearings are routinely conducted in secrecy. Hampshire Police even admitted that 1/3 of all its hearings are conducted behind closed doors, which goes completely against the rule of open justice. Just why are the police so keen to protect these criminal cops from being outed in the press? Could it be a damage limitation device to prevent us from finding out the shockingly high rate of sex crimes committed by serving police officers? And should we be asking ourselves just why do so many sexual predators choose jobs in policing? Or perhaps that the nature of policing turns ordinary people into sexual predators. Copper Stopper is out now in paperback. It's packed with essential guidance on hundreds of law enforcement scenarios, traffic stops, home visits, street encounters, interviews, arrests, allegations, and covering victims of crime. It's your ultimate defence to protecting you from them. Follow the links in the description to purchase a copy today.